What's going on YouTube? Jordan from Conklin Official back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys through a full partner session that I did with Josh. Basically just focusing on fullback / winger training. I'm going to go over some of the drills that I did and just give a little bit more tips and insight on how you can become a better fullback / winger. And before we get into the video, guys, just look at this. This is a thing of beauty. Oh my god. The material is phenomenal. There's a little bit of a, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a jagged mark right there. So I'm gonna have to talk to my supplier about that. And hopefully I can get this on my website as soon as possible because guys, the support lately has been phenomenal. I started this page about 15 months ago, and to see the growth that I'm getting right now, it's phenomenal. So thank you to every single one of you followers out there. But anyways guys, let's hop right into the fullback / wingback training session. So once we finished the dynamic warm-up and the stretching, light passing at the beginning of the session, we moved into the fitness part of the session for Josh. We have the 4 cones set up at the end there. He shuffles around them, runs around the cone at the end, and then he picks up the ball and then dribbles around the box again. And then here he moves into a dribbling zigzag formation just to get used to the dribbling and the movements that you have to do as a wingback. This is like one of his middle sets. You can see him messing up right there. The reps get sloppier as you progress in fitness sessions, but that's what you have to do when you're doing fitness. You have to be able to perform these reps at a high level when you're tired. And then he plays me the ball, I run at him, and then he practices that side shuffling backwards that you have to do as a fullback, picks up the ball and then puts his head up and then plays the ball into the goal that's in the 18-yard box. And then you can see him doing this again. We like to do this on the edge of the field just to get used to that movement that you have to do as a wingback when you're at this type of area on the pitch. You can see Alphonso Davies right here. He's a prime example of the movements and dribbling that you have to do as a wingback, and he does this superbly. And this is why he's one of the best fullbacks in the world. He can do this stuff, breeze past people, and he moves so fluidly on and off the ball. So this is the type of things that you have to be training when you're training a position specific as a fullback. And then the point of this right here, it's not like I'm trying to beat Josh on the 1v1, but it's just for him to practice that backpedaling movement. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold here, you have to constantly show up your winger and try to force him down the line. You should honestly perform this drill to whatever extent you can and then work your way up gradually throughout the weeks. Josh did this for 15 minutes straight. So basically just listen to your body and how much you can handle, but still try to push yourself as much as possible. Next, we moved into stationary crossing. Now, as a wingback or a fullback, you're not really going to be doing a whole lot of set pieces unless you're like Trent Alexander-Arnold and you take all the set pieces, but this is really just to practice that crossing technique because that's how you're going to be involved in most of the attacks as a fullback is going to be crosses into the box. So Josh stood there and crossed into me. I was still injured, so I didn't really go up for a whole lot of headers or shooting. But basically just trying to get that technique down, keeping the body angled away from where he's trying to cross it into so he can get more whip, and trying to wrap his foot around the ball as much as possible just to make it more difficult for keepers to get the cross. Next, Josh moved into the first touch passing against the box, just taking a touch down the line and then whipping the ball in for a cross. Now, this happens a lot for fullbacks and wingbacks. You're going to be passing a lot with your center backs and midfielders and then wanting to take a touch down the line and whip the ball in. Now, this is an example of what Trent Alexander-Arnold would do for that. He takes the ball forward completely under control, and then he has the composure to find someone in the middle. Now, not all of these crosses find the player that he's intending to, but it's all dangerous crosses, and that's what you want to do as a fullback. You want to bring a danger to the opposition by bringing a quality cross into the box. And having the quality composure and first touch is all important as well in the equation. So Josh would take a touch forward, whip the ball in, and then he would practice that same technique for crossing that he did for the stationary crossing, trying to angle the body away from where he's trying to cross and then trying to wrap his foot around. And not every rep, as you can see here, is perfect. But at the end of the day, not every cross is going to be perfect. You're just trying to look for that perfection and that technique that you're most comfortable with. And that's pretty much it as far as the drills go. Mainly the key points, I think, are your fitness, your crossing, and your first touch down the line, getting involved with the attack as much as possible, but also being able to do that 1v1 defending and being dominant with that. So I'll let the rest of the crosses play out, and I'll catch you guys in a later video.